Hello, and welcome back. Today we have Platinum Review, number 63, Ratchet & Clank. Originally released in 2002 for the PlayStation 2, Ratchet & Clank is a third-person platformer and shooter developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. An HD remaster, developed by Idle Minds, the Ratchet & Clank Collection was released for the PlayStation 3 in 2012, and it is this version that I played. The game begins on the planet Veldin, as the player is introduced to a Lombax named Ratchet.
Final step, attach robotic ignition system. Thank you for using help desk technology.
Following this, we see a manufacturing defect result in the production of a small robot named Clank. As Clank crash lands on Veldin, the player takes control of Ratchet for the first time. Here, the basic gameplay mechanics are learned, such as movement, melee attacking with the wrench, smashing crates, and defeating enemies to earn bolts, the primary in-game currency. If wounded in battle, finding crates of nanotech will restore some health, and from the start, Ratchet can only withstand 3 hits. Losing the 4th and final bar of health will restart the checkpoint, with some pretty unforgiving respawn spots that will set you pretty far back at times. The player then learns the basics of gunfights, utilizing the bomb glove to take out nearby enemies. While exploring, specially marked Gadgetron crates will restore some ammo, but the type inside is random. After completing this tutorial section, Ratchet reaches Clank and pulls him from the wreckage. A nearby infobot then explains that a strange and villainous businessman plans to harvest and destroy various planets in order to create a new one for his overpopulated and polluted species.
Currently, I'm in search of someone who could be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
Hello, citizens of... My race, the Blog, have a small problem. Our planet has become so polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell here. But I, Chairman Drek, have a solution. We are constructing a pristine new world using the choicest planetary components available. So, what does this mean to you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you couldn't possibly understand, we will be extracting a large portion of your planet and adding it to our new one. Unfortunately, this change in mass will cause your planet to spin out of control and drift into the sun, where it will explode into a flaming ball of gas. But, of course, sacrifices must be made. Thank you for your cooperation.
Cut!
And if you don't like it, you can take your whiny, sniveling, snot-nosed populations, form a line behind me, and kiss my... We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
The people on those planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
In order to stop the devastation, Clank seeks the eccentric hero, Captain Quark, so he and Ratchet work out a deal to team up for the time being.
So, I agree to take you to this wherever it is, and you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
Deal. Whoa, this is great! So that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
Please return your appendages to the steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you can stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is V54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
While Ratchet and Clank travel through space, the main antagonist and leader of the Blargs, Chairman Trek, is watching closely.
So you see, it would be most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Preposterous! I will not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see what Captain Quark has to say about that, my good man. I don't see what's so funny. Captain Quark could dispatch you without even breaking a sweat, you puny.
You have now officially worn out your welcome and my patience.
This is your last chance. Stop this madness now!
Okay, wait. You're right. I will withdraw my troops.
Really?
No! He's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Following the coordinates of the infobot, Ratchet and Clank reach the planet of Novalis, but wreck their ship, leaving them stranded. As Ratchet and Clank explore, special Gadgetron vendors can be found on each planet.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Shopping here allows for the purchase of ammo or new weapons in exchange for bolts. From here, the player is free to explore the open world, with multiple different paths to follow and objectives to complete. Hostile enemies inhabit the various planets and block the way forward, but engaging in gunfights and emerging victorious will reward bolts. At the end of this first path, Ratchet and Clank rescue the planetary chairman, and he rewards them with an infobot.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh, what are you? Mercenaries? Torturers? Assassins? I'll tell you anything. Here, take my infobot. It's all I've got left.
Sir, we're not assassins.
Hold on. Let's see what he's got.
Has this ever happened to you? Hi, I'm Captain Quark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and knowing your equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's Robo Shack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, It's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime, come to Al's RoboShack in Metropolis for all your robotic repairs. Al's RoboShack, it's Quarktastic!
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, Captain Quark is really sold out.
No, it means Captain Quark is on Metropolis. We could tell him about this invasion.
If we had a ship.
What? A ship? What? You're not going to torture me? Well, as planetary chairman, I could arrange for you to borrow our courier ship.
Cool.
You can count on us, sir.
Right. Thank you, your chairman shipliness.
Discovering infobots unlocks travel to new locations, and these will advance the story and provide brief snippets of what to expect in these strange new worlds. Even though a new planet is available, it is best to fully explore all paths before moving on. The in-game map will show undiscovered areas of interest, which areas you have already explored, which missions you still need to complete, and where your ship is. Each planet will have secrets to uncover and upgrades to collect. With the help of the newly acquired Pyrocitor, Ratchet and Clank follow the alternate path within the waterworks. Deep within the structure, they find a plumber, who just so happens to have an infobot, but he isn't giving it away for free.
Blast it!
Look, plumber's crack.
What did you just say?
I said, look, the plumber's back.
All right, wise guy. Shouldn't you be on one of them escape transports?
Escape transports?
Newsflash, giant robots attacking! The escape transports are taking all the rich folks off this god-darn planet.
So why aren't you on one?
Socioeconomic disparity.
What?
He hasn't got enough bolts.
Working people have to wait for Captain Quark to save us.
Well, got anything worth a lot of bolts?
I got this thing. Shows two weirdos ditching their ship. It's got coordinates to a desert planet, too.
An infobot. Ratchet, we could use that.
Geronimo!
Did he just slide down a sewer pipe?
Mayday, mayday! This is the solar ship Radical. We seem to be under attack from the planet's surface.
Relax, kid. It looks like some sort of fireworks display. Probably in your honor.
Whoa! That was close! Ah!
Pipe down, I can't concentrate.
Oh, we've been hit!
An unexpected detour. When we land, I'll see if I can scare up an exhibition for you.
We're not gonna live that long!
Kid, let's M-screen!
Eject! Eject!
Did you see that guy on the left? That was Skid McMarx.
Does he know Captain Quark?
I doubt it. He's a pro hoverboarder, always going off about how cool he is.
Looks like he's in trouble.
I'll say. I've never seen him look so freaked out.
This infobot unlocks travel to Iridia, where Skid McMarx is in need of rescue. Ratchet and Clank return to the ship, and the player can choose which planet to explore first, Kerwan or Iridia. I chose to go in order, and left for Kerwan, in search of Al's RoboShack. Upon landing, a brief detour saw Ratchet and Clank partake in a fitness course, courtesy of a robotic Captain Quark.
Welcome to the Captain Quark Fitness Course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck! Quark Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
This challenge was a great way to master the mechanics of platforming, and was a nice change of pace from the chaotic gunfights. Though they successfully reached the end, not everyone is impressed.
This
Listen up, you loudballs. That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course.
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
All right, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today, the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad. Life's not fair.
Sweet. I bet Captain Quark uses stuff like this all the time.
Although they have to pay up, Ratchet and Clank obtain a swing shot, allowing them to reach far-off areas with a new grapple-like gadget. Back on track, Ratchet and Clank fight through numerous enemies until they find Big Al.
Ratchet, that's the man we saw on the infobot. Remember? He knows Captain Quark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right?
No, actually, I build robots. I myself am not a robot guy, per se.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for you?
Well, we saw your infobot announcement. You were with Captain Quark. We're trying to find Captain Quark. We thought you could help us.
Your logic is commendable. However, I haven't seen Captain Quark since we shot that commercial. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a helipack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service. Okay, this won't hurt a bit.
Hey, wait. Ratchet, am I cool now?
Yeah, you the man, Clank.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately, Al doesn't know where to find Quark, but he does upgrade Clank with a new helipack. This allows for boosted vertical jumps to reach new heights, and a smooth glide to traverse large horizontal gaps. With the helipack, Ratchet and Clank explore new areas and pursue an infobot along a moving train filled with heavily armed foes.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek.
Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must prepare this planet to be harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
We must find Captain Quark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
With Eudora now available, Ratchet and Clank head back to their ship, but first head to Iridia. Upon landing, it isn't long before they find Skid McMarx.
It's him, Skid McMarx.
That man from the infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic space battle I was in?
We saw you, screaming for help.
That was like a war cry. My agent and I got ambushed on the way to hoverboard practice.
Did he survive the crash, sir?
He's okay, but I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
While adventuring, Ratchet will discover special hidden gold bolts. These will be used later to purchase special weapon upgrades, and you will earn a trophy for finding them all, so be on the lookout. After clearing out the sand sharks, Ratchet returns to Skid and receives a new fancy hoverboard.
Here, man. Catch.
A brand new Z3000! You can't even buy these!
Well, I got a bail. Catch you dudes at the hoverboard races.
Now that Skid is rescued, Ratchet and Clank search the other side of the planet for his agent. After finding the agent, he makes a deal with Ratchet. If he can enter and win the next hoverboard race, he will take him on as a client.
No signal whatsoever! This downtime is killing me!
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
More remains to be seen, as Iridia has a third path to follow. At the end of swing-shot heavy platforming, Ratchet collects the Trespasser. This new gadget unlocks specially marked doors, utilizing a tricky mini-game with lasers. At first, these are relatively simple, but get quite complex and difficult later on. With nothing left to do for now, Ratchet and Clank head back to the ship and travel to Eudora.
Yes, quite lovely. That should just about do it. Commander, we are finished with this world. Commence towing our planet to its next destination. Lieutenant!
Yes, sir.
You have fulfilled your tree quota. Barely.
We are ready to return to base.
Not so fast, Lieutenant. Just because we don't need any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
Eudora is overrun by Drek's crew as they harvest the planet for its natural resources. Although they have enough trees, Drek continues to cut them down, so the locals will have nothing for themselves. To stop the logging operation, Ratchet searches the planet to confront Drek's top lieutenant. After an enemy-filled journey, the robot lieutenant is confronted, but it turns out he is a coward and immediately runs away, leaving behind an infobot.
You sure showed him.
I suppose I did.
Is your current occupation leaving a rotten taste in your mouth? Then you need to know about BTS, Blog Tactical Research Station. Hi, I'm Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and we here at BTS are seeking motivated individuals to fill positions in these exciting careers. Grind boot tester, warhead assembly technician, mutant animal husbandry, robot repairman, suck cannon test dummy, and administrative assistant. So call BTS. Build our weapons while you build your future.
I'm calling BTS today.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
With the planet safe and secure, Ratchet and Clank head back to the ship and prepare for the Blarg Tactical Research Station. Within the research station is a transport leading to a decommissioned warship.
Thank you for selecting our automated self-destruct feature. Vessel annihilation sequence initiated. Please remove all personal belongings.
Unfortunately, a self-destruct sequence is initiated, but on the bright side, this does release a trapped infobot. Once safely back at the research station, the infobot provides details on Blackwater City, the host of the Hoverboard Championship.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Blackwater City. We've just learned that Captain Quark will be presenting the grand prize at the Intergalactic Hoverboard Championship, which will be held here over the next few days. In related news, this planet has recently been suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures. The city's administration has assured this reporter that every step has been taken to eradicate these nuisances. Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Before heading to the hoverboard race, Ratchet and Clank explore the research station further. The long and treacherous tunnels are filled with aggressive and dangerous enemies to dispose of. At the end of a long chamber lies a boss fight against the queen of the alien snappers. She is disposed of with ease, and just beyond the chamber, Ratchet and Clank find a gadget engineer cowering in fear.
Whew. Thought I was a goner this time. Some nano-wit in genetics must have left the cages open again.
You could come down now.
Honestly, a gadget engineer deserves a bit more respect, if you ask me.
So, you are an inventor.
Gadget engineer. I create revolutionary devices for Executive Chairman Drek. For instance, Viola, my soon-to-be patented grind boots. Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these? At cost.
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount, too. Well, thanks. I'm gonna get out of here while I still can.
Grateful of being rescued, he sells Ratchet a pair of grind boots at the employee discount price. These provide some high-speed and chaotic sections that were some of the most challenging, yet fun parts of the game. The only path of the research station left to explore lies outside, where Clank must venture alone until Ratchet can obtain an air mask. Clank has significantly less options in combat, with just a punch attack available, with limited range and power. However, while exploring, he will find some abandoned gadgetbots. These can attack in high numbers to allow Clank to get past an otherwise undefeatable enemy. In addition, these present a new puzzle-solving mechanic, as Clank must get them to follow him to reach specially marked gates to unlock a blocked door. With the help of the gadgetbots, Clank discovers a new gadget, the Hydro Displacer, which can suck up and dispel large amounts of water. With the research station clear, Ratchet and Clank head for Blackwater City. Shortly after landing, Ratchet puts the Hydro Displacer to use and travels through previously inaccessible tunnels that he would otherwise drown in. However, not even the Hydro Displacer can fend off a massive flood, as Ratchet and Clank must race against the impending doom of the rising tide. If they are quick enough, waiting on the other side is Captain Quark's bodyguard, but he isn't letting anyone through to see Quark without a bribe.
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh, you see, my friend and I need to speak to the captain about a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it!
But sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million bolts!
You've got it all wrong!
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 bolts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance. You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Quark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet and Clank, Captain. You know, from the...
Oh, yes, I know who you are. Look, Ratchet, I've been keeping an eye on you. I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really? You mean I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here, take this. What makes one man toil in obscurity while another becomes a hero? Is it strength, compassion, determination, or just pure blind luck? Wise men through the ages have struggled with that very question, but Captain Quark knows the secret. That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy. Now is your opportunity to see if you've got the stuff heroes are made of. This infobot contains coordinates to Quark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Quark's killer cannonade of confounded contraptions? Can you Quarkly quick... Oh, just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself, learn the secret, and earn your place in galactic history. Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary. Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
Captain Quark is a bit sketchy, but Ratchet is blinded by meeting his hero and agrees to take on Captain Quark's challenge back at his headquarters. But before leaving, countless waves of powerful enemies must be defeated throughout the city and downtown area to clear a path to the hoverboard race. Along the way, Ratchet engages with an arms dealer looking to unload the most powerful missile launcher in the entire galaxy, the Rhino. But unfortunately, he wants 150,000 bolts, so they have to come back later.
Rhino for your robot. Trade you.
Well, okay.
Ratchet.
I'm kidding. Sorry, he's not for sale. What's a Rhino, anyway?
Rip ya a new one.
What did you just say to me?
R-Y-N-O. Rip ya a new one.
Why, that's the most powerful missile launcher in the galaxy. I know it's worth a lot of bolts. He must have stolen it from the Blarg.
Stolen? Look, trash can. Did I say anything about it being hot? You better watch your mouth or I'll...
Wait, don't tell me. Rip you a new one.
After battling even more enemy forces, including powerful tanks, Ratchet reaches the location of the hoverboard race and enters the competition.
Welcome to the HoverCon Intergalactic Hoverboard Competition. Captain Quark's giving away a brand new Platinum Zoomerator to the winner of this competition.
A Platinum Zoomerator. Perhaps that will be the proof of your accomplishments that Skid's agent requires.
Wait, do you guys mean Skid McMarks?
Yeah, Skid couldn't make it, so we're here to, fill in for him.
Guess we'll see about that.
The hoverboard race was a completely new gameplay mechanic that saw Ratchet take on 4 other competitors in a battle for first place. The track twists and turns, with enemies and explosives around every corner to avoid, but also has speed boosting rings, turbo pads, and crates full of bolts. Maintaining a constant speed boost is essential to keep the other racers off your tail. It may take a few attempts to get the feel and flow down, but with enough practice, Ratchet will emerge victorious, earning a new state-of-the-art, professional-grade hoverboard.
Hi folks, Captain Quark here. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's HoverCon Intergalactic Champions. Let's give it up for newcomers,
Ratchet and Clank. Hey look, that's us!
Today's winners will take home a brand new professional-grade Model T15 Platinum Zoomerator. Manufactured by Gadgetron, this hoverboard drive delivers more lift, speed, and maneuverability than any other anti-grav device on the market. Well, folks, that's all the time we have. Tonight, remember to set your infobots to the Quark Classic channel for tonight's episode of Dogfight Over Death Canyon, starring yours truly. Thank you and have a Quark-tastic day!
While they could meet back up with Skid's agent, I forgot about him and traveled to Quark's headquarters to take on his challenge.
Welcome to my challenge course. Now is your chance to prove yourself strong and brave, like me. Conquer it, and you'll join in my fight against evil.
It turns out, this challenge is a gauntlet of highly dangerous obstacles, rapid-firing turrets, explosive enemies, and death-defying platforming that I doubt Captain Quark ever completed himself. Despite Quark throwing everything he has in Ratchet & Clank's way, they manage to overcome it all and survive the gauntlet. Waiting at the end is Captain Quark, just as sketchy as ever, and Ratchet is beginning to get suspicious. But Clank is too eager and trusting.
Well, well, you two continue to surprise me. Step into the ring of heroes, and I will finally give you what you deserve.
Ratchet, this is no time for you to become cautious. We have reached our goal.
I don't know. There's something fishy going on here.
Listen to your little metal friend, Ratchet. Your destiny is mere steps away.
It's just something doesn't seem right.
This is it. Quark is going to help us stop Chairman Drek.
Why, thank you, Clank. You've been most helpful.
Get off of me, you idiot!
I love it when a plan comes together.
What do you mean?
What do you think he means, genius? He's not gonna help us. He's gonna kill us.
You catch on quick. Although there is one problem with your hypothesis. I'm not going to kill you.
You're not?
No. He is.
But why?
But why? It's really not that difficult to decipher. I'm the official spokesman for Drek's new planet. I can't have you two getting in the way of my comeback.
This isn't over, Quark.
No. But it will be soon.
It turns out that Ratchet was right, as Captain Quark leaves them for dead, trapped with a powerful Snaggle Beast. The ensuing boss fight was a tricky battle to overcome. The Snaggle Beast itself wasn't too bad, with different patterns of attack to learn and counter. After enough damage is done, it will chase after you, and must be lured into a fiery trap. The hardest part was not getting too close, as the Snaggle Beast could pull you in and steal all of your ammo reserves, sending them flying all over the map. With enough persistence and carefully timed attacks and maneuvering, Ratchet and Clank take out the Snaggle Beast, uncovering a new infobot.
I wonder what that infobot is for.
Maybe it can replace you.
We're pinned down! We're pinned down! The ships are hammering our position from the air! That was a little too close! We need support! Now! Actually, I need support. My entire battalion went AWOL and left me to fight this war on my own. If the enemy doesn't kill those guys, I will. I'm not gonna last much longer! Requesting immediate assistance! Over and out!
Those are direct ships destroying that planet. We must help that commando.
Are you serious? That's it! I am out of here!
This infobot shows a commando in need of help, but Ratchet is still angry at Clank, and doesn't want to divert from his quest for revenge on Captain Quark. However, Clank has no intention of helping Ratchet, unless they help the commando first. So with no other option, Ratchet relents, and they head to Battaglia.
How do you start this stupid thing?
Have you forgotten? You need a robotic ignition system. I will start the ship if you agree to help that commando.
So, blackmail is it? Fine. Just shut up and start the ship.
Battaglia is an active war zone, and Ratchet and Clank are immediately recruited into the military force. But tension is still high between them, and their friendship is in tatters.
Add attention, you deserting maggots! The next time you soldiers try to go AWOL, I'll shoot you myself!
Look, I just want to...
Zip it, worm! You see those bombers? If you don't get to the turrets and knock those ships out of the sky, this whole planet's gonna be rubble! Meet me at the city entrance!
He needs our help.
Yeah? Why don't you go help him? Into another trap? Well, go on. Go fight some evil.
At least I'm not a coward.
Whatever. As soon as I find Quark, I'm selling you for scrap.
Before entering into the heart of the fight, Ratchet and Clank divert off course, utilizing a grind rail to find a cowardly soldier, hiding far from battle.
Joined the army to get money to go to college. I never knew I'd end up in a war. Go figure.
This is a noble cause, sir.
Noble my hiney. I just want to get home to my family. Here, I pulled this off a busted robot. Give me some bolts for bus fare and it's yours. Thanks a bunch. Good luck saving the galaxy or whatever.
Greetings, Supreme Executive Chairman Drek. As you can see, we're about to test our newest automated pilot's helmet. This helmet allows pilots to control our latest high-tech fighters using only their thoughts. Please enjoy the demonstration. We still have a few minor adjustments to make.
Whoa! If they ever get the kinks worked out of that thing, I have got to get me one of those.
If they are working for Chairman Drek, they may know where he is.
Is that all you can think about? Drek this, Drek that? I got my own problems.
If you cannot see the importance of this situation, you do have problems.
Yeah? Well, if you're so smart, how come you fell for Quark's stupid trick? Ah, forget it. We both need to get to this planet, and that's all that matters.
Ratchet is excited and eager to reach this planet, but he first must fulfill his promise to Clank and the Commando. As an active war zone, Battaglia presented the hardest encounter yet, with intense enemy engagements and hectic gunfights. Despite their best efforts, Ratchet and Clank are unable to infiltrate the enemy compound to reach the high-powered turret, and must return later. But the Commando at least provides an infobot.
Soldier, find a way to use that shaft to infiltrate the compound undetected. You've shown bravery by making it this far, soldier. And for that, I reward you. I intercepted this communique that you might find useful. Take it. I'm off to find my battalion. Good luck.
Hello once again, fellow blog. I hope this message finds you well. As many of you know, our home planet is no longer habitable. We've abandoned our factories, our laboratories, and our happy lives because of the encroaching pollution, leaving much behind. Fortunately, the nearby planets will supply us with all we need to create our new home, which is nearing completion. Once our scientists locate the ideal orbit, our new world will be perfect. So reserve your space now. Prime locations are filling up fast. Good day.
Now do you understand why we must stop him? He won't rest until he has destroyed every planet in the galaxy.
Yeah? Well, I got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger than the galaxy?
Well, different fish anyway. Look, didn't that commando guy say we could get into that compound?
Yes, by using the ventilation shaft. But we will need something special to walk on that.
Fine, let's get going then. We'll come back later.
With no other option, Ratchet and Clank leave Battaglia behind. It was here that I remembered to go back to Skid's agent, who rewards them with a fancy helmet that summons sand mice for assistance in battle.
Fantastic! You got it! Great work, kid.
So, are you gonna represent me?
You bet, kid. And as a signing bonus, I've got this.
Cool helmet.
That is a sonic summoner. It is used to attract sand mice.
Right, and it's all yours. Well, I'm off to finalize the paperwork. I'll have my people call your people.
Do you have people?
Otherwise, there was nothing left to do here, so Ratchet and Clank head for the planet Gaspar, where the pilot helmet Ratchet wanted earlier can be found. This desolate planet is surrounded by lava, requiring careful platforming and exploration to proceed. Despite the high temperatures, enemies are everywhere, but Ratchet and Clank are up to the task, especially when they discover a nearby turret. Eventually, Ratchet acquires the pilot's helmet, and they leave for the polluted Blarg homeworld of Orxon. Due to the highly toxic atmosphere, Ratchet must stay behind in the ship, while Clank ventures off on his own. Once again, he must utilize Gadgebots to assist in puzzle solving and enemy encounters. Within the industrial complex, Clank finds exactly what they need to help the Commando on Battaglia, Magna Boots. After even more exploration, including the utilization of up to 10 Gadgebots at once, Clank discovers another infobot, but he is reluctant to show this one to Ratchet.
Better not let Ratchet see this one.
What do you have in there?
Gears,
Metal filings, dust.
You know what I mean. What is it?
I will show you this, but you must promise to stay focused on our mission.
Is it something about Quark?
Cities are full of smog, swamps are full of muck, and tar pits are full of tar. But here at Joe Y Resort, the sun shines 24 hours a day. Visitors get a free O2 mask to explore our warm waters. The benign marine life will welcome you to the big blue world under the sea. You can also use our complimentary flippers to partake in speed swimming. So come to Joe Y Resort and leave your world and your troubles behind.
Joe Y Resort, Pokitaru.
I knew it.
Oh, come on. Switch off your nerd circuits and have some fun. Look, we'll go just long enough to pick up the O2 mask.
Perhaps the extra oxygen will help your brain to function properly.
Yeah, and maybe the salt water will rust your mouth shut.
Ratchet is ready for the lush and beautiful island resort on Pokitaru, but he and Clank are still at odds with each other. Before heading to the Joe Y Resort, Ratchet and Clank return to Battaglia and use the Magna Boots to infiltrate the enemy compound. Tread carefully though, as it was very easy to accidentally fall off the side due to the wonky camera angles, and you would get sent back to the landing zone. Within the compound are numerous enemies to fight through to reach the anti-air turret. Thanks to the plumber, the air defenses are back online, and Ratchet takes down all enemy warships.
Hey, I know you two.
Look, the plumber's back.
Very funny.
What are you doing here, sir?
Maintenance. What else? I helped fix this planet's useless air defenses.
Well, I think you'd better hurry up.
The turret works fine, you little yahoo. It's the locals. They haven't got the skilled manpower to use it.
I'm a pretty good shot.
You? No, I could lose my job.
Oh, come on. What's the sense of keeping up a turret if nobody's gonna use it? Besides, the blog chased you off the last planet. Why don't we pay him back?
Well, all right, go on if you want. Just don't break anything. Well. Looks like he's good for something after all. Here, take this.
What is it?
It detects underground bolts. My grandfather designed it to suck up loose change on any planet in the galaxy. What a cheap old man he was. Well, see you around sometime.
As a reward, Ratchet earns a metal detector that can find extra hidden bolts. With his promise fulfilled, Ratchet eagerly heads to Pokitaru, hoping for some relaxing island vibes while obtaining an O2 mask. While the planet is a seemingly stunning and vibrant tropical paradise, it is not without its hazards. The resort owner fills them in on the surrounding dangers and makes a deal for the oxygen mask.
Hey, you two are the first friendly faces I've seen in weeks. You are friendly, aren't you?
To you, yes. To him, no.
Well, friend, have I got a deal for you? Since the Blarg began dumping their toxic sludge into our ocean, the wildlife has,
become ravenous mutants?
Yes, you could say that. All my customers either left or became lunch. So I'm closing the place down. However, I just so happen to have one, count 'em one, O2 mask left.
How much?
It's not for sale.
But you said...
I said I had a deal, and indeed I do. You boys get rid of those Blarg ships, and it's yours. Just escort me to the other end of this resort, and you can use our jet fighter.
Jet fighter, eh? All right. But you better not try to stiff us.
As part of their agreement, Ratchet and Clank escort the local resort owner through enemy territory to the other side of the island. The usually peaceful wildlife are corrupted by pollution and highly aggressive, but Ratchet and Clank power through them. Upon reaching the other side of the island, Ratchet finds the deal he made is not as straightforward as it seemed.
We're here. Now where's that fighter?
Right there in that locked garage. One tourist crashes a jet and wham! Lawsuit.
That lock is unlike any I have seen.
Very astute observation, Mr. Shiny. I can't open it either. I don't trust the tourist, and the board of directors don't trust me. So we have a little problem. Go talk to Bob at his Robo-Shack. He knows about these locks.
To help unlock the jet fighter, Ratchet speaks with Al's brother Bob, who upgrades Clank with a thruster pack. For the right price, of course.
I taught that idiot brother of mine everything he knows.
Look, if you want some real hardware, I can fix this little feller up with a thruster pack.
Ooh. Will it help us get past that weird lock by the fighter garage?
Ah, you know about those gizmos, huh? Well, it sure as heck will. It's got a real special power slam move built right in.
It's a good thing I need this to get to that jet, or you'd be out of luck, pal.
Fully equipped, Clank can boost Ratchet for a power slam, unlocking the fighter jet.
I guess that should do it. Here you go.
It's about time.
With the skies free and clear, the resort owner delivers on his promise and gives Ratchet the oxygen mask. This allows him to breathe in hostile environments or underwater without having to resurface. Utilizing the mask, Ratchet explores deep underwater tunnels and, strangely, finds the inventor Fred within a hidden chamber.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm searching for a very elusive and secret substance.
Raritanium?
Maybe. My latest invention, the Persuader. I intended to use it to control minds, but, well, the only thing it's gotten me so far is a discount from Gadgetron vendors.
Hey, I could use that.
Well, I'll trade it for some Raritanium.
I believe planet Hoven is a source of that element.
In exchange for his newest invention, Fred wants some Raritanium. The Persuader will lower the cost of all Gadgetron vendors, but without Raritanium, it is out of reach for now, so Ratchet and Clank return to Orxon, where Ratchet can now safely explore. Although the planet is heavily polluted, this doesn't seem to slow down the enemies, and rather drives the harsh nature of the wildlife. While exploring, Ratchet notices an infobot in the distance, but each time he approaches, it drifts farther away. After a long and hard-fought journey, Ratchet finally catches up to the infobot, which provides details on the next planet.
Hello again, everyone. Supreme Executive Chairman Drek here to fill you in on our progress. We have now found the perfect orbit for our planet, one which will allow for the optimum temperature all year round. However, there is a planet now occupying that orbit, and sadly, for its few insignificant inhabitants, it must be destroyed. That's why we've created this! The Planet Buster Maximus, a device capable of blowing an entire planet into subatomic particles. We're quite proud of it.
Now this guy's gonna blow up an entire planet? That's just mean.
That's what I've been telling you.
Look, I'm still gunning for Quark. If we end up taking out Drek too, hey, fine. What?
You do care.
Don't push it, pal.
In preparation, Ratchet explores more and uncovers premium nanotech, which increases his maximum health. Ultra nanotech is also available, but costs too many bolts for now. But the slight increase from premium nanotech is enough to try and stop Drek from unleashing his Planet Buster. Hoven is an icy and snow-filled planet, but the cold doesn't slow down Drek's forces, who are on site and ready to stop Ratchet. However, they are no match for his firepower. After clearing out the enemy forces, Ratchet meets a local miner and obtains just what Fred was looking for.
These dang rocks are too tough. I keep breaking my drill.
That rock is raritanium.
Let me look at that drill.
Well, shoot my dog and call me Sally. Thanks, partner.
No problem. I suppose I could take that rock off your hands, too.
Heck, here you go.
Obtaining raritanium is great, but the more pressing matter of the Planet Buster still looms large. As they travel, Clank receives another upgrade, courtesy of Al and Bob's sister.
I think I got something special for you. How would you like a hydro pack upgrade?
That would be quite helpful for swimming underwater.
Whatever.
There you go, sweetie. You look so handsome.
Thank you, miss.
Unfortunately, as they approach the Planet Buster, they appear to be too late, but a nearby turret provides one last-ditch effort to stop it.
We are too late. The ship is leaving.
Hang on. There's an old defense turret over there. Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I sincerely doubt it.
Men, you are about to embark on a very dangerous mission. We will be launching a heavily armed surprise attack from our new moon base against a completely unarmed planet. Actually, that doesn't sound too dangerous.
We must get to the moon base and stop Drek.
No! We have to get to the moon base to find Quark. If Drek is there, Quark is probably with him.
But Drek is going to destroy that city. We must get to the base.
That's what I said.
No, that is what I said.
Fine.
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 With the Planet Buster out of commission, Ratchet and Clank learn Drek's next move, but are still not on the same page. Before heading to the moon base, a quick pit stop back on Poketaru unlocks a Gadgetron discount in exchange for raritanium, making the purchase of new weapons and ammo significantly more affordable.
Perfect! This is precisely what I need! You will bring me more raritanium.
You can't be serious.
Well, I tried.
With this, Ratchet and Clank travel to Drek's moon base.
You are to take that shuttle to the moon base and ambush those two miscreants when they arrive.
Oh, yes. Who are they again?
Those two!
Oh, of course.
Screw this up, and the endorsement deal is off.
But that would ruin me. You wouldn't.
Try me.
I did not see Drek's ship. We must have missed him.
Who knows where Quark is now? If we're gonna catch those two, we need a faster ship.
Perhaps this space station will supply the ship we need.
Well, we're here. Let's go check it out.
Upon landing, Quark is nowhere to be found, so Ratchet and Clank seek out a faster ship. As usual, enemy forces are everywhere, but Ratchet and Clank are more than prepared for battle. Deep within the base, Ratchet and Clank finally find a new ship, and also Captain Quark, who they pursue in combat.
Hello, Captain Ratchet. Come and get me, hero!
Perhaps we could obtain a ship in there.
Great idea. Let's go.
Time to get up close and personal. Enough practice. Let's have some fun. We're in trouble. Mayday! Mayday! Well, Ratchet, I'd say you'll pass the test. Oh, boy.
Yes! Quark is history.
Despite my earlier criticism, I must admit, your piloting skills are improving.
Hey, you want to catch Drek? Betcha this baby can do it.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Gorda City. This once peaceful planet is being torn apart today in an unprovoked attack. It now seems certain that Supreme Executive Chairman Drek will not be dissuaded in his efforts to destroy the galaxy for his own selfish needs. All hope certainly seems lost.
Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Maybe you were right. This is a lot bigger than you or me. I was really selfish focusing on Quark.
It is not too late to stop Drek.
Hey, yeah! We've got this new ship. Let's go get him.
Now you are talking.
Luckily, a nearby infobot provides a new lead, as Ratchet and Clank make amends and head to the next planet. As they land on Ultanis, a fierce storm rages as the planet is under siege and taking devastating damage. Ratchet is forced to proceed alone, as Clank is a literal lightning rod. The enemies here are more dangerous as ever, and without Clank, Ratchet doesn't have his usual mobility and platforming prowess. Despite the limitations, Ratchet presses forward through intense gunfights, electrified grind rails, alarm-sounding security pods, and a heavy enemy presence. Although Drek doesn't appear to be present on the planet, a local shop owner does have some information he's willing to provide for the right price.
Hey, welcome to my shop. What can I get you?
I'm looking for Drek.
Sure, yeah, I got lots of stuff on sale. After the bombing, no one is around to buy anything. I'll tell you what, I can let this infobot go for half price. Well, that's about it for me.
Thanks.
Quit your complaining. I gave you a great deal. Sheesh!
Afraid to go out at night? Afraid to go out during the day? Just plain afraid? Then you need this! The Ultra Mech Unlimited. This mech is the ultimate in personal defense system. Blorg Industries is now taking pre-orders. Get yours before it's too late.
Now that's what I call serious firepower. Clank's gonna be jealous if he sees this.
Before heading back to Clank, Ratchet traverses the treacherous storm and harsh winds until he shockingly finds a still alive Captain Quark, who now appears to be working for Gadgetron.
It is never too late to acquire the latest in the long line of quality products from Gadgetron. I have for you, today only, the Gadgetron PDA.
Public display of affection?
No, personal delivery assistant. This device allows you to purchase ammunition wherever and whenever you want it.
Yeah? How do I know it works?
You can always trust Gadgetron quality, or my name's not Steve. Thank you, and have a quark-tastic day.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
For a fee, he provides a portable device for purchasing ammo or weapons on the go, without having to find a vendor stand. With this device, Ratchet heads back to Clank, and together, they travel to Quartu. Shortly after arriving, they find a former employee of Drek, who needs Clank's help to take down some heavily armed mechs.
Was it pi over infinity, or...
Hey! You need help fixing that thing?
Actually, I'm trying to destroy it.
Why?
I was contracted to re-engineer my enlarging machine to create huge, heavily armed mechs.
So that's where those mechs came from.
Precisely. Had I known Drek was behind this, I never would have done it.
Is there anything we can do?
Well, if you'll volunteer to be enlarged, you may be able to stop those mechs long enough for me to sabotage this machine.
And then you will change me back?
I've never tried that, but in theory, yes.
Clank is transformed into a giant robotic wrecking machine, complete with new destructive firepower and an atomic energy burst, perfect for eliminating the hostile mechs.
Well done! Now just step into the machine and we'll see what happens.
Nice to have you back, I guess.
I've recalibrated the controls to allow only your specific circuit pattern.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know how to thank you, too. Maybe this'll help.
New! From Gadgetron, the makers of weapons and other fine products, comes the Hollow Guys. With the Hollow Guys, you can fool robots into thinking you're one of them. Match your wits against other robots. Work on robotic assembly lines. Attend robot parties. The Hollow Guys. Available only at Gadgetron headquarters for a limited time. Not to be used for illegal purposes. We're only in sanctioned areas. You will not actually become a robot.
As Ratchet and Clank travel to Kalebo 3, Drek is getting desperate.
This is starting to become annoying. I'm not sure why I bother with you incompetent idiots. All right, I'll try this one more time. You are my most elite troops. I'm sending you down to the planet's surface to destroy those troublemakers. Now go! Oh, and if you have to destroy Gadgetron to get rid of them, so be it.
Vast enemy forces are invading Kalebo 3, but the locals don't seem overly concerned, despite the heavy firepower.
Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you were concerned about the, invasion?
Son, our defenses are the best money can buy. Don't give it another thought. You ever been on a hoverboard?
Yeah, once or twice.
I am in search of a hip young star to represent my newest line of boards. Someone the kids can look up to.
Then I am your man.
If you can beat my test bots in a race, The job is yours.
This hoverboard race is different from the previous one. This time, Ratchet is battling test robots, equipped with the ability to shoot missiles to take out a competitor. Doing tricks will also fill up a turbo meter, which is essential to maintain a constant boost for victory. With his commanding victory, Ratchet must record a sponsorship commercial, but chokes under pressure. Fortunately, another reward for his victory is the Hollow Guy's gadget, perfect for infiltrating enemy territory undetected.
That was terrific! Now I just need you to say a few words about our hot new boards.
Huh? Now?
Of course. Just look into that camera right over there and say what comes naturally. Rolling!
Hi. This is Ratchet for, Gadgetron hoverboards. And if you,
Yo, dudes, for the freshest boards in the galaxy, check out the new XZ88 from Gadgetron. It's so hot, it's cool.
I think I got the wrong guy. That was something.
Hey, I was thinking, do I get a discount on gadgets now?
You have to be with the company for 2 years before the employee discount kicks in. I can, however, let you have this.
With the Hollow Guys, Ratchet and Clank return to Quartu and trick the enemy robots into granting access to the secure area. Careful and stealthy movement is essential to take out the guards before they can trigger the alarm. Otherwise, defeat is inevitable from the deadly security system. After slowly reaching the heart of the facility, Ratchet and Clank discover another infobot, and with it, Drek's ultimate target, Veldin, Ratchet's home planet.
Hey, look! A sister!
My fellow blog, our synthetic world is now fully functional and ready for habitation. However, there is one small obstacle in our way. This pathetic lump of a planet. Due to some blunder of fate, it happens to occupy the galaxy's most perfect orbit. But no more. Behold, the Deplanetizer, the most powerful laser ever created. Soon, we'll move the Deplanetizer into place just above the planet's surface. I will, of course, be on hand to press the button that will blow this mudball to smithereens. No one will even miss it. See you then!
Ratchet, are you all right?
He is going to pay!
Focused and determined to annihilate Drek, Ratchet and Clank prepare for the last stand. To reach Veldin, Ratchet must board Drek's fleet that is orbiting in space in order to find another fighter. With the fighter, Ratchet takes out Drek's ships and prepares for Veldin. Veldin is the toughest planet yet, with countless enemies pitfalls, and death around every corner. Ratchet's strategizing, platforming, and combat mastery will be put to the test, but nothing will stand in his way of reaching Drek now. After defeating enemy after enemy, Clank once again transforms, allowing access to Chairman Drek once and for all.
Hey! What the?
Imbeciles! After all the trouble you've gone through, you're about to die right where you started. It's so poetic.
This is it, Clank. Let's get him.
You might have been useful to me after all. Too bad you chose the wrong side.
After a strangely brief encounter, Drek realizes he is no match for Giant Clank, and shrinks him back down to size, and retreats. Frustrated, but undeterred, Ratchet and Clank pursue Drek in a multi-phased and epic boss battle. Left with nowhere to go, Drek makes one last-ditch effort to destroy Velden, revealing just how evil his true nature is.
So it has come to this. Once I step on this ignition switch, a countdown will commence. The end of which signals the destruction of your pitiful world.
There must be another way to make a home for your people.
You think that's what this is about? Who do you think polluted our last world? I did. This is about one thing and one thing only. Cash, and lots of it. You see, I've been paid for every square inch of my new world. Once the inhabitants move in, I will begin polluting this world as well. Then the whole thing starts all over again. Ah, brilliant.
It is essential to properly prepare for this fight, with not just full ammo, but plenty of bolts. This is because, if you fail at the final phase of the fight, you have to start back at the beginning of the encounter, and any ammo you used along the way is not restored, so failing over and over again will eat through a ton of bolts in short order. With proper preparation and a sound game plan, Ratchet and Clank finally defeat Chairman Drek, saving not just Velden, but the entire galaxy.
Ratchet.
What's up? You know, this time I am thinking what you're thinking. This can't be good. That was close. Thanks.
My arm appears to be badly damaged.
Ah, you'll be all right. Hey, Tin Can! Where do you think you're going? We, still need to fix that arm.
After nearly falling to their death, Ratchet and Clank reconcile and team up once more, now true friends, as the game ends. A post-credits scene shows the embarrassing fall from grace of Captain Quark, as Ratchet and Clank finally get to relax.
Do you have a problem with unwanted hair? Is painful itching in your nether regions causing you undue embarrassment? Do you just plain stink? Then you need this, the Gadgetron Personal Hygienator! Hi, I'm Steve McQuark, and this little baby can take care of any grooming needs that are just too much trouble for you to handle yourself. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah. Oh, mommy.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
At this point, you will have all story-related trophies, and the game will show your overall completion progress with the option of a New Game Plus run. But it is best not to start a new game just yet. For the Platinum Trophy, the basic premise is straightforward, but not necessarily easy. You must return to each planet to find all gold bolts and earn all skill points. Gold bolts are a special collectible hidden within secret areas, usually locked behind a sneaky puzzle or platforming section, but some of these are pretty well hidden, even in plain sight, that can easily be overlooked. Skill points are a secret objective unique to each planet, and can range in difficulty with unique requirements. Some are combat or weapon related, such as destroying flying transports, taking out a blimp, smashing the Quark statue, or defeating the alien queen using only the wrench. Some are platforming or exploration related, such as reaching the statue above Al's Robot Shack, completing the underwater race without taking damage, detonating all explosive underwater crates, or completing grind rail sections without taking damage. Some are related to the hoverboard races, such as doing a Twisty McMarks, completing the race in less than 1 minute and 35 seconds, or scoring a total of 4,500 points. and some are miscellaneous tasks, such as luring an enemy into a force field or blasting street lamps. These are just a few of the various different skill points, and none were too bad once you knew what to do, with the exception of completing the hoverboard race quickly and not taking damage on the grind rails. These took a fair bit of practice, but were eventually taken down. Once all the skill points and gold bolts are collected, you should hopefully have enough bolts for the Ultra Nanotech and Rhino weapon. The Rhino weapon is the ultimate killing machine that will take out even the most powerful enemies with ease. Now fully armed and equipped, it is time for by far the worst, most time-consuming, unnecessary, and flat-out stupid trophy of the entire game, and that is to earn 1 million bolts. I'm not sure who thought it was a good idea to come up with a challenge that is nearly 10 times the total of the most expensive weapon in the game, but this is just an absurd and ridiculous amount of bolts that would take countless hours and too many playthroughs to earn naturally, even with the overpowered Rhino. Luckily, there is a way to glitch and get unlimited bolts. In Blackwater City, you can utilize a certain tree to reach the hoverboard track without the race being active. Be sure to travel to the left to not trigger the start of the race. Here, the boxes will endlessly and instantly respawn if not looking at them directly. Find the spot with a bunch of boxes high up and use the taunter to collect these non-stop. Even with your controller taped down, this will still take hours, which just shows how cruel this trophy would be if done without the glitch. It should be noted that if you leave the map and return to this section, the large number of boxes will not respawn anymore, so be sure to get the 1 million bolts before saving. If you do leave, you can still use another section of boxes on the track, but this will take significantly longer. Luckily, the total number of bolts is cumulative, so it will factor in all the bolts you have already spent. No matter how you do it, this long slog of a grind will reward the 1 million bolt trophy. With that drag finally complete, it is time for New Game Plus and the final trophies. Within New Game Plus, a special gold weapons teleporter will spawn on Ovalis that will take you to a secret room not previously available. Here, you can exchange your gold bolts for special gold weapons. These are more powerful enhanced versions of the regular weapons, making for even more action-packed carnage and destruction. And with that, the Platinum Trophy is yours. Overall, Ratchet & Clank was a blast to play. With intense gunfights, complete with a decent assortment of unique weapons, the battles were an epic showdown of firepower and devastation. The variety allowed you to customize your approach with your favorite weapons, or alter your strategy, depending on the encounter or enemy presence. The enemies themselves were diverse and worthy foes in battle, with some strong firepower of their own, creating some awesome clashes. However, at times the game would divert from the chaos, with complex and challenging platforming sections, with several exciting gadgets to help along the way, as well as having difficult and complicated puzzles to solve. Each planet had multiple different paths to explore, and secrets to discover, with the progression of the story in the player's hand. The story itself was relatively simple, and at times the cutscenes were a bit choppy, with the narrative jumping around, but the characters and moments of humor more than made up for any flaws. Chairman Drek in particular, is a well-written character and excellent villain. He is highly intelligent, ruthless, and willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants, no matter who has to suffer along the way. Strangely, it is Ratchet who is uncharacteristically harsh and arrogant, especially towards Clank. This is drastically different than how he is portrayed in the later games, and was a bit off-putting, making it harder to root for him. The graphics were decent for the PlayStation 2 era, and looked clean and crisp with this HD remaster. The planets and environments looked particularly nice, and each had a unique theme, ranging from stormy cities to dank industrial complexes or bright and beautiful beaches. The gameplay was smooth and responsive, with the biggest drawback definitely being the frustrating camera angles that could easily get you killed. This was particularly annoying when paired with a bad respawn location that would send you back to the start. There was nothing worse than dying unnecessarily to a wonky camera angle, then traveling all the way back to where you were just to have it happen again. Otherwise, this game represents an excellent starting point to one of my all-time favorite franchises that is a must-play for any PlayStation fan. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for Platinum Review number 64.
Thank you. Tonight's event will be rebroadcast at 7 on channel 4073.